Hi John, thanks for joining me today for your annual appraisal. I appreciate you've been with us 12 months now, so I thought it'd be a good time for us now to do this. Discuss, your 12 months since joining NetPorter. Just to give you a little bit of background on myself, so my name is Chris Ratcliffe. I'll be doing your appraisal today. Just to give you a little bit of background, so I've been with NetPorter now for 6 years. So I previously joined from John Lewis. I've also been with Argos. I'm a member of the Institute of Logistics, and I'm highly qualified in this field. I've taken a business management degree at Open University, and in terms of personal goals, I'm looking to be a director within the next 2 years. All my teams at NetPorter run quite a tight shift. We are consistently the highest performers, and we tend to exceed targets. So today I just wanted to, basically we'll go through your appraisal, see where we can improve, what you've done really well, and set some targets for the next 12 months. So I suppose firstly, how are you finding things?
Yeah, hi Chris. Nice to meet you. Yeah, pretty good. I mean, I've obviously been here sort of 12 months now, and I'm getting on quite nicely. I think in the role, had a few blips along the road, which I'm sure we might discuss a bit more on today. But yeah, genuinely feeling quite happy and content here at NetPorter at the moment.
Excellent. So to start, so looking at your sort of numbers, so you've, in terms of outbound orders picked and shipped, you're looking consistently high, and exceeding company targets. Your on time ready is excellent. You're excelling 99%, really awesome there. Damaged shipments consistently high again at 99%. There's obviously some improvements there to be made, and the order picked accuracy as well, just hovering above that 99%. So while I think your outbound orders and your exceeding in the time ready, damage free shipments and order pick accuracy are particularly high, why do you think they're not necessarily at the best in class benchmark? So, orders picked and shipped per hour, we tend to, within my teams, is 23.5. You're averaging around 12.4. I know over the past few months, you've upped it, definitely. You're reaching 20 and 18, which is excellent. But what I want, months 7, 8, 9 were slightly lower. So that's what I want to gauge, is a bit of an understanding of why potentially that could be. You're on time ready as well. While it is 99%, it's bang on. But the damage free shipments, we want every order to be shipped out, damage free. There has been a few incidents there, particularly in those middle months once again. So I suppose, where do you feel potentially over those middle periods, was there a slight dip?
Yeah, I think it took me a little while to, pick it up initially. Just getting used to the new role and settling in with the team and stuff. It's probably taken me a little bit longer. I think, in that middle period, I had a little bit of sickness, and some absence in there as well. And I think that's sort of set me back a little bit, really. I was on a pretty good trajectory in terms of improving those figures and working with the team leader to do that. But I've had a couple of days off, really, and it threw me a little bit. I didn't quite feel comfortable, back at work. So
Okay. Is there anything potentially you feel we could have done to support you with that at all, in terms of getting you back up to speed, after being off sick?
um, maybe just like sort of shadowing someone for a little bit, or just spending a little bit more time with one of the more experienced teams, so that potentially they could just give me a bit of a helping hand and show me some more sort of guidance, really. I think, yeah, it's just trying to get back into swing of things. Sometimes you need that little bit, sort of push in the right direction to do that.
Okay, that's not a problem. I can certainly support you with that long term. So where my team, obviously, I want them to be the best. You're actually, fortunately, the lowest performer. What motivates you? What I want to see, I want to try bump you up even further. Want you to get to around 22, 21 order, 21 to 22 orders picked and shipped. You're currently on 12.4. What do you think I could do to obviously support you with that? Is there any extra training you want provided or anything like that from the wider team? I know you've just mentioned shadowing as well. What do you think would benefit you, and sort of where could we help motivate you to bring you up to that level?
Well, I mean, I thought I was doing quite well and wanted to sort of progress into, team leader at some point. I think, for me at the moment, the biggest thing is I found it quite difficult to sort of mix with the rest of the team. I found it, we a couple of instances where I just haven't quite got on with them. I think maybe for me some support in terms of gelling with those guys. I mean, the social aspect of it as well. They constantly go out on nights out and team days, and I haven't sort of felt comfortable going to that. So I think for me at the minute, just wanting to gel a bit better with the team will definitely help me improve that and make me feel happier at work, essentially, so that I can get on with my job in a better way.
Okay. Have you been invited to the team at socials at all? Because I've noticed that you've not really been involved with the sort of the corporate charity events as well. And I know we'd like to have most of our staff attend them.
Yeah, I did get invited. I just sort of didn't really feel like people sort of wanted me there. I just wasn't really that happy, and that's sort of why the sickness came about, because I didn't really feel comfortable coming into work to work around those people for those sort of different times that I was off. So I think a big thing for me would just be some support from yourself or the wider team in terms of actually gelling with those guys, and whether that is coming to an event or as a one-off and building it up, whatever it may be. I want to try and do that a bit better this year.
Okay. Another note I've made here is that you've actually had 8 absences in the past year. Looking at the numbers, I'm assuming they've been during the summer. Months 7 to 9. What's happening there? Because as the national average is 4. As a company, I want our team to be pushing that top end. So I need to get a better understanding of where these absences are happening.
Well,
and, why.
I think the main reason is they're around some of these social events. Again, the team are going out and coming in the next day and talking about it all and having a bit of fun and a joke and stuff. And obviously, I'm not part of those conversations. So for me, it's not made me depressed, but it's certainly made me a little bit down in terms of not feeling a part of it. So I just wanted to make that's really why the absence is there, and I know that's not the right thing to do in terms of to go sick, but at that point in time, I just didn't feel really that I could come in around those or after those events. Really, I just wanted to.
Okay.
Felt a bit silly not being part of it.
Would you say you're struggling mentally a little bit with the mental health side of things and the social aspect?
Yeah, a little bit, I think. It does bother me. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm depressed or anything, but it's not a very nice feeling, when you're the only one of the team that doesn't really sort of fit in or hasn't been sort of felt like they've fitted in anyway. So just need to have a bit more contact with people and maybe open up a little bit more, something like that.
Yeah, that's obviously where I can have a chat with your line manager and see if they can help you with that. Do you think that's probably led back to, I appreciate, this has been dealt with and it led to a grievance, but do you think that's where potentially the aggressive behaviour kicked in a little bit as well?
Yeah, definitely. Just like put my guard up and sort of not lashed out, but got a bit vocal with someone when actually it was more just a frustration thing at not being included. And actually with that person now we're in an okay place. I mean, it could be a lot better, but it was an unfortunate incident, and I think probably definitely had an effect. Is that part there?
Okay. I completely understand where you're coming from. I can imagine it's quite a frustrating situation, obviously being in one of those. So what I want to really see, so I'll have a chat with the team leader within your team, see if they can, tend to include you more and support you with, when you're feeling quite down or struggling mentally. I'll also see if I can assign you a buddy or a mentor, to help support you with the work. See if we can lift those targets as well, and bump up those numbers, because you've clearly got potential. Your first 12 months here have been good, but what I want to see now is you pushing and trying to motivate you, and try and lift those numbers up. We also do have a mental health aider within the organisation, who I could certainly organise and arrange for you to have some discussions with. I think that could be certainly something, which will definitely help develop you and help support you with any potential struggles.
Yeah, I think that would be really good for me. That'll give me the bit of confidence with the rest of the team, and just have a chat with somebody that's maybe a little bit impartial to this as well. Great, thank you very much.
No worries. So in terms of the targets, so for the next 6 months, I want to set you, in terms of orders received per hour, I want to continue getting those higher. I think we can, your target 6 range from 5 to 6. I think we can get that up to 7 or 8, and then bump up those numbers that you're achieving to 8 and 9. Certainly, I think that will then start to lift your other areas where we can see those targets even higher, and where you can maintain, basically. So orders shipped, you're currently averaging 18, 11 over the year. Let's see if we can get that up to 14, and bump up that increased workload. Obviously, damage-free shipments, we have to do something about that. So I certainly say to take care. I think shadowing someone, potentially watching someone how they pack it, might be able to help you. And then what we can do is review this in 6 months, see where the land lies with it, and we'll review it from there.
Yeah, I mean, I think that sounds good. I think, definitely speaking to the mental health person and getting these targets sort of worked out in sort of like little increments almost, really, just to build myself up so I can get back, and hopefully this all works out, and we can look at a plan for if I do get to that point, looking at further down the line, the team leader stuff maybe.
Yeah, definitely. And I feel like you've got potential certainly here at NetPorter, and I think you're a great asset to the team. It's just now getting those targets up, getting that increased performance from yourself. So what I'll do is I'll have a chat with your team leader. We set up on the agreed targets now. I'll make sure they're put in place long term, and then we'll have a catch up in 6 months.
Perfect. Yeah, that sounds really good. Thanks, Chris. Appreciate your time. Is there anything else that you wanted to add in there, or from me? Anything else you wanted to ask me at all?
I don't think so right now, John. I think we've gone over a few bits, certainly for the next 6 months, and let's have a catch up here, nearer the time then.
Perfect. Brilliant.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Speak soon. Cheers. Bye.